Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another recap of Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 9, Episode 10, Backshot. Let's get into it. So it starts off with Maurice and Sabrina in her office on a dating app, basically scrolling through potential suitors. One person she ran across said they don't like people wearing makeup. Another person said they prefer just white women. And Maurice had to take her phone. He started scrolling through some potential suitors, and he found one that said he's a doctor. So he messaged him, and whatever the case may be, and then showed Sabrina like, yeah. So basically, she has a lunch date that we're gonna see how things progress from there. After that, Andy's in her office, still going over the Dr. Cruz case. She's called Fatima into her office to say, "I was just you was just the person I was looking for." So Fatima's basically been swamped doing studying for for law school. Also on top of working with the players from the case that she had previous and Chaz with that. So her mind's been occupied. So Andy was like, "So where's the nurse's statement?" She was like, oh, I'm gonna get to that." She was like, "All right, cool." So Andy basically was like coming at her snarky, like she was just like, um, "I just need you to get on this. Your mom's been elsewhere. You know how I feel about you whole working this case and stuff like that." And she was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get to it." So Fatima was like, um, "I'll get right on it." So she leaves her office, and it was just like an unsettling feeling. And I know Fatima's picking up on her energy, and it's just like where the constant shift come from? Like it's just like whoosh. It's like they're enemies, and she's always had your back, even when she didn't want to. She's been your day one since day one. Like make it make sense. Like now you want to act shady towards her. It's cool because she had your back and she held the office down when you was going through all that stuff and that was under an investigation. Yeah, that part. Yeah, y'all be trying to undermine Fatima, but she knows more, half or more than what y'all actually know because y'all be trying to undermine her. But in all actuality, she can be partner and she been doing stuff without even being a partner yet that you be like, dang. Now you questioning her loyalty because of she not able to get something done right on time. Understandable, she has a lot going on, but come on now, Andy, you doing too much. Okay. So Danny, she's home. She's getting ready to go to work. She talks to her cousin, or she's going back to work. One of the two, because for some reason it's still the same day. So I guess she's going through her mail. She opens it up, and she was like, she heard it stands out, runs out her door. She ends up calling Sabrina as she's leaving. She was just like, "Hey girl, I got my money. It came." She was like, "All right, cool." She was like, "So what are you gonna do?" She's like, that's why I'm calling you." She was like, "Well, I'll let you know. I have a lunch day, so when I get back." So I was like, "Okay, look at you, day home." And I was like, "Okay, Daddy be picking up on the terms, cause that's what she does, girl." Sabrina, Danny could have taught you some things too. Okay. So she's like, "All right, cool. So I guess I'll see you. I'm on my way to the bank." Meanwhile, you got Tony and her cousin Rock playing the game. By this time, Karen, she done went to the salon to check up on this, to check up and see how things going. She walks into everything is in disarray, chaos. Come to find out, Pam been trying to hold it down, but not just trying to hold it down. So, how long has Karen really been gone from the shop? It seemed as if she was gone for about what, a month, which is understandable why products are not like staying on the shelves. Come to find out, clients are fighting. Um, the stylist, and everything is just going downhill. Pam promised she's gonna fix everything. She's sorry. She's always doing stuff. And Karen was just like, I just can't take this. And she walks out of the shop and she's like, Karen, Karen. Yeah. Meanwhile, Zach goes to the juice bar. He daps up Rich. I guess they became kind of cordial once they got to Karen's baby shower. But yeah, so they're talking, whatever the case may be. And he was like, I don't need anything. I just need a spot. So put me meeting someone next to you know. And walks Chaz. He run to hug Chaz like he knew him. Couldn't find he just a fan. Okay, so Chaz was like, all right, cool. Let me get that green juice. Everything you want is free in the house. So he got him that. He was like, I put him in some doing exact. Like, oh, how funny. I mean, I know somebody named Zach. And he's right here. So you can see Zach, he's just grilling him down. Like, if looks could kill, Chaz would be dead. Like, Zach is not playing. So yeah, they eventually sit down, have a talk, whatever the case may be. By this time, Sabrina's home. She get a knock on the door, and walks the doctor. And I just realized his name was, I think Rock, but he spelled it the wrong way, Doctor Rock. And me assuming like, okay, that's Danny's cousin, and I think he borrowed Tony's suit to look like a doctor. So he comes in, and she's like kind of standoffish, but she's still kind of like inviting. So they start talking. You could feel the sexual tension in the air. It was there. So she starts pouring her a glass of wine. He starts telling her all this stuff that's actually true. That it do help with the endorphins, help calm you down, and just make you feel relaxed. So yeah, she pour her wine. She drinks some. He ended up taking that glass out of her hand. It was like, listen, I can show you, but I can tell you, and let's just say things happen. Okay, she literally got cracked open. So that means, wow. After they had that little session, she was like, yeah, that was great. So you mean to tell me he was really better than Rich? Rich was probably just doing all that stuff just so he could try to keep her. And look at him. He fumbled the bag. Okay, let me find out Sabrina has met her match. And why she's going to be even more shocked when she realized that it's Danny's cousin. Ooh, that's going to be something else. So after that, she decided to check her phone. She realized she had to get right back to the work. He said, and she was like, "What about you?" He was like, "Yeah, I got an office out of Midtown," and he was like, "I got off today." Like he's really good with his words, like a con artist. Gotta be on your, gotta keep them on their toes so they never know your next move. Quick with the comebacks. So they decided to do it again in the shower. He also took a picture of his thing, so she can always have it with her when she's thinking of him. Yeah. By this time, Karen makes it back home. Miss Lisa is with the babies, rocking and talking. She was like, "Yeah, I went down to the shop and stuff like that." She asked how it was her doctor's appointment. She was like, "The doctor said to change her scenery, like the environment." So yeah, it got Karen thinking. Then you could tell like I think Karen's ready because she kept looking at the baby like you can tell like yeah she's ready. So the mom was like that's good, and then she was also talking about how the shop went. Karen told her how that was going. She was like yeah, Pam is lying. She always be lying. I call her so many times. And Karen was like, "Yeah, I don't got time for that, mom." She was like, "Yeah, I want to finally get. I think I'm ready to find the whole faith." And she switched it from my baby to Faith. I know Aaron will be so proud. I'm like, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so now at this time, Fatima, she's in the conference room working on some more stuff. And then Andy asks her about the nurse's statements again. So she's like, all right, I get on to that. And then she goes off and do what she gotta do. Um, Chaz and Zach. Ooh, Chaz and Jack have some words exchange. He starts talking about Chaz wanted to do a sports bar, and Zach kept cut him off every time he said something. He was like, "Yeah, I will answer your questions if you would stop cutting me off." So he was like, "Yeah, I know about this, I know about that," and he's only thing's gonna make mine different because I have a gym in the back, so that'd be cool. A basketball court so they can play, do what they gotta do. Like, cool. Then he was like, another thing is, stop sending my girl gifts. Oh, this is not about the purse. She didn't tell you about all the other gifts I sent her? Yeah, because they still in her office. She's been swamped. She didn't have enough time to do anything. She never got enough time to breathe correctly. Like, y'all just have my girl left and right being tugged at. Am I on top of this? She's still pregnant, carrying the baby. Like, come on now. She don't need too much stress on her. Like, be easy with my girl Tima. So, Zach let it be known, like, my girl don't need no appreciation gifts from you. I give her everything she needs and wants. She was like, what if I don't? Things started to go left. Rich came out of that back room, was like, nah, we not going to do it up in here, Chad. You got to bounce. And as he was leaving out, Zach threw his drink at him. Chaz got he was like, your drink wasn't all that; it was more like green garbage. And then Rich was like, yeah, your jump shot wasn't all that good either. So yeah, things about to go left. Zach was like, yeah, I need to get a drink. So Rich asked one of his boys, like, listen, close up for me, and you go to check on Zach. Yeah, Zach is heated. By this time, Fatima, she does give the reports back to. Oh no, wait! Before we get to the reports, Andy gets a phone call, and it happens to be from another nurse. Talk about the nurse's statement. She was like, "Well, Dr. Cruz has another case out pending in Alabama, but he changed his name from Ivan Cruz." And it was just like, okay, everything's starting to make sense. And then, um, yeah. Fatima gives her the statement, and that's when they realized, yes, it was only 12. So, yeah, then she got the phone call. So, yeah, now Fatima's about to do more work. And she's also found out that Andy's still trying to pursue the case, even after Benson said not to. And she's like, I'm still going to do what I want to do. So, basically, you're doing the same thing Fatima's doing, even though she's not a partner. You're making it bad on yourself because now, for once, Benson told you that was his friend. 2, he says not enough evidence and you still pursuing it. 3, you still going behind his back doing that. So that's going to give you all the reasons for them to disbar you. Even though Miss Marie got you that job and your position, you doing everything to like hinder it. So we gonna see if Andy's still gonna be there. But it's giving like the stuff is about to hit the fan, and it's not gonna be in a good way. Not gonna be in a good way. Sabrina gets back to work. Her, Paige, and Marie starts talking, and they was just like, "When did you get back?" So they go in her office, and she just starts telling them that everything was good. They was like, "Yeah, we're proud of you. You've really been, calmer than you was when you left." And Marie started to fake cry. He was like, "I'm just so proud of you." They was like, "Cool." By this time, Danny then came to the office. She was like, "Yeah, having a meeting." And Sabrina was like, no, they were just leaving. She's like, all right, cool. So Paige introduced herself to her. And then Marie was like, hi, I'm Marie. Like, girls, yeah. And then Danny was like, girl, text me. Well, he was like, text me. She tell you, she's like, whatever. So Danny gives her the money. And she starts putting in her IRA account and stuff like that, setting up account. She's like, listen, it's going to take 7 to 10 business days for the check to clear, which is standard procedure when dealing with large sums of over, I think, what, $3,000. They have a holding period to make sure that all the funds is good. There's no funny business going on. So that's that. Then Danny was like, so what about your midday lunch? She was like, it was more of a lay than a lunch. And Danny was like, okay. And then she showed her a picture. She saw her cousin's junk. Like, oh snap, it's tea. Oh my god, it's so tea. Oh my gosh, yes, this episode was actually good. Good parts on both Karen and Zach. Okay, making normal strides in society. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Who in next week's episode it shows Chaz pulling up to Fatima's house. Where did he know where she lived? Like, but then again, he did send their stuff to her house. Maybe he asked one of the people at her job where she lived and stuff, and they probably put that in. Yeah, so yeah, put up to her house. Zach comes out like, "What the f is he doing here?" He's like, "Yeah, my thoughts exactly." Karen finally holds faith, and it's just like, yes. It only took her about what, a week or two. But for her, probably like a couple of days. Yeah, for us, like a week or two. Okay. Yeah. Things about to hit the fan. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yes, can't wait. Yes. Hopefully everything goes good with Andy too, because that's a whole nother story in itself. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this recap, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.